A volunteer is a person who helps the community and helps the earth.
Hi, I'm Michael and we're here at Bridgewater Woodshed. I got started in volunteering because I'd actually stopped working to raise my son as a single parent. And what I found was after 6 months of raising him, I decided to volunteer, pass on my skills and knowledge to other people, and that way I could benefit from them as well, from having more adult interaction. For me, volunteering is a two-way street, so it's about me teaching other people the skills and helping them to improve and learn new skills yourself. When I grew up, I was always taught see a need, fill a need. So where you can help out, you try and help out. And I prefer to help a broad range of topics and a broad range of subjects instead of just trying to focus on one. At one point I was a learner mentor driver teaching people how to drive. I saw a person who was absolutely petrified of just reversing out of their driveway. And they had a lot of issues in that, but over time as they grew in confidence, you could see them develop and you could see them improve. And that brought me great joy, was seeing their development and their improvement and their story. There are numerous challenges when it comes to volunteering, and a lot of it depends on what your passion is and what your goals are. Some people do it because it brings them great joy. Some people do it because they want recognition. I think you need to find your area, but also be aware that the community is a very broad and diverse population. I know for some people I look rather scary, and that's fine. You just work around it. We're here at the Bridgewater Foreshore Park, and along this fence line is where my fruit trees will be going as a result of the IFL course and the Fruit Trees for Brighton project. This is the Bridgewater Foreshore redevelopment, where I've been assisting Landcare in trying to help to protect and restore the natural environment with all the beautiful scenery around. Volunteering in community is a big part of life, and the more you put in, the more you get out. So I would recommend to everybody, if you have a passion, if you have a skill you want to teach, go for it and give it a go. Because it'll not only enrich your life, but it'll enrich everybody else's life around you. My hope is for everybody to see how great this area is and see the improvement. Turn this into the greatest, best looking place that we can. Leave it better than when I turned up.
Okay, oops, we did that wrong, didn't we? Hi, I'm Moira and I'm from Cafe Connections and we're in Bridgewater. Well, I've been volunteering probably for 30 years, 40 years, maybe longer. I did a leadership program in the area, and then from that came the idea that there were no cafes, nowhere to meet. So we looked at a cafe where we could connect with people, but where we could make a more positive influence on the Bridgewater, Gagebrook area. The different activities that we've done over the years, we did lots of community things, posters on walls and the teddy bear walk where there were different bears in windows just to brighten the community as people walked around. We've had, for the last 3 years, Talk Like a Pirate Day, which we hold in September. The group of us dress up as pirates and we take our loot and tell terrible jokes.
Sam knows I have lots of sugar. Okay, so when I make these hearts, these butterflies, I like to make it because to me a butterfly is a symbol of someone you love who's not with you anymore. So I make a circle and I fold it in half and then I bead it so you can hang it up, and then I put a little verse in with it and I give it to you so that when you're feeling bad and you're not feeling really happy, you can hold the butterfly and know that I've made it with love, so it makes you feel good. And the hearts, I joined a program called the 1,000 Hearts program, and we sew these little hearts and stuff them up, and then we give them to people who are sick. and I sent 1,000 to Afghanistan, to the children in Afghanistan. I went to emergency one night and there was a little girl in there and she was crying, and I thought she was crying because she broke her arm, but she's crying because she broke a dog's tail, and I had a teddy bear in my bag and I gave it to her and she was so happy. She took the teddy bear home for her dog because he was at home sick with a broken tail and she was at the hospital getting fixed.
Do you want to be a volunteer, or you thought about volunteering? I was worried about going and being a volunteer singly in places. The thing I love about Cafe Connections is that we're here as a group, and if somebody has an idea, there's other people around to support them and say, we'll help you to do this. How can we encourage you to go and with that idea and run with it? And that's what we've done. We've done lots of things because somebody had an idea. And I think there's great strength in unity, in community, in you not doing the volunteering on your own. And it's lovely to be with other people who care about people.
Volunteering gives you a boost in your own self and self-worth. It also gives you an opportunity to work with others so that you're not always self-focused, that you're also seeing the needs that you can meet with other people.
I have a Down syndrome son, so I needed to do things in the community to make my life worthwhile as well as his, and to bring richness to his life. I've been volunteering for 30 years in different organisations.
So some of the challenges of facilitating a group or organising a group like of volunteers that others might find as well is that people don't come forward. Maybe they don't know where to volunteer or how to start. And I think, well, Cafe Connections is a really lovely one. We're a bunch of people that don't bite. We have a lot of fun, and so there's plenty of groups around that have a lot of fun. It's not work. Cafe Connections started with Sam from Bean to Brew helping us out and giving us free coffee. And for us going to the council and saying, this space isn't being utilised, and yet on your map you say it's going to be a cafe. And so the council then put in place finding somebody to do the cafe here.
It's worth your weight in gold if you want to start in the workforce, volunteer first. Do you really like this? Is it going to be of value to you or where you want to go in life? Choose those areas so that you get a grounding, a foundation building into your career path. It's an amazing journey.
My name's Jeff Hull. I'm the president of the Brighton Community Food Hub, and we're down at 86 Jetty Road today at the Food Hub shop. I've been volunteering with the Food Hub for a bit over 2 years now. Prior to that, I spent some time volunteering with St Vincent de Paul and some other organisations. The Brighton Community Food Hub is an award-winning not-for-profit volunteer group. We source affordable food and make it available to individuals and families who are struggling with rising costs of living expenses. We do this to support the community, to engage the community and to strengthen the community. The areas where we work predominantly are Brighton, Bridgewater, Gagebrook, Herdsman's Cove and Old Beach. They're all young and progressive communities. They're vibrant communities. They have some of the largest numbers of volunteers in the state of Tasmania. And they're a caring community. There's a lot of people at work to assist others in their community.
Food Hub, Old Beach and action. It's all about helping the community when they can't afford a lot of food and other items to buy for their family, and it makes me very happy that I can actually help people.
I've always felt a personal obligation to pass on the skills and experiences that I've accumulated over the 45 years of my working life. And volunteering gives me that opportunity to do that. It also allows me to learn new skills and form new relationships and friendships with people.
I find volunteering gives me a lot of self-worth. I enjoy the relationships and friendships we've made with our regular customers. We have some babies that we've seen grow We call them our hub babies.
The work of the Food Hub is very personal to me. As a young fellow, I went through the same situations as these people are going through with food insecurity. And I'm sure there were times when my mum skipped meals so that myself and my brothers and sisters could eat. And that situation, I think, has got a lot worse in more recent times. And there's more need out there. It's a hand up, not a hand out. That's what we do. We try and assist people wherever we can.
We have a $20 hamper. You get breakfast cereal, snacks, vegetables and fruit.
Volunteers don't just incorporate the people who turn up. There's also lots of other people involved who donate time, money, goods. We had a young woman working with us, probably in her early 30s, I think. She'd never had a job before and she was very introverted. We got to use the customer skills working with people and running our shop area, and it was fantastic to see her come out of that from where she was to where she is now. And she actually met one of our other volunteers, a male fellow, and they got together now and looking at getting married soon and starting a family. So it's all a bit of a it's all a happy ending and a good outcome for everybody there. I think really as a volunteer you walk a little bit taller. So get out there, find a cause, get involved and go volunteering.
Brighton Youth Action Group. Action.
BYAG is built on the voices of young people.
It's been running for 2 years now. We've done the Big Bang and Youth Night, which was our first big event. That was a concert with Greeley and Dundee. It went amazing. We had free food, free activities, VR, and then we did another breakfast on Halloween at Jordan River, and that was amazing. A lot of people came around for breakfast, grabbed a muesli bar, some fruit.
There's not much youth voice in the council or really anywhere.
I started from my school. They came to my school and they did a community program, and I was introduced by one of my peers, and yeah, now I'm here.
We are a group that is by young people for young people.
I think most of my motivation just definitely comes from all coming into one area and not knowing what the night's going to be like. You don't know what's on the agenda, and it snowballs into something that you're super passionate about almost every single night. So I don't think there's ever been a night where I've come to BYAG and I was unfulfilled by the end of it.
So one of the biggest issues that we've been focusing on lately is mental health for young people.
Well, I was a kid growing up in this area, and obviously we've been very stigmatised as bogans and things like that. So me winning that award would definitely show young people that they can do great things as well, and that just because they live in Bridgewater doesn't mean they have to be bad people.
One of the things that we've been trying to make happen is a youth centre in Bridgewater or in one of the near areas that would have what other youth centres have, so like games and stuff, but more importantly, youth workers, therapists, counsellors, stuff like that, to help encourage more people to step forward about their mental health problems.
As a young person, leadership is really important. It's like being able to change something, being able to help someone see that they're not alone, being able to encourage people to talk up. Someone that shows that there is bigger and better things out there, someone that can help you in your dark times and do things you need when you've got nothing else to help you. They show you the right paths and they love you.
I'm Sonia Williams and we're at the Veterans Memorial Centre in Bridgewater tonight, and we're having a drag trivia quiz night. So Under One Rainbow has been running for over 10 years. It was established after a homophobic violent act on a young boy, and the community was up in arms over it. We now are we promote inclusion, diversity for the LGBTIQA plus community. We run 6 events a year, which are Pride Day Colour Run, Chris Fitzpatrick Day, Harmony Day, I've got the Anti-Bullying Day, Halloween and Christmas. At these events there's activities for the children, there's free food. I think the volunteering is really important. It gives you a good sense of self, it builds your self-esteem, and it's also something you do because you love it. You have the passion for it. It's not something you're getting paid for. It's just because you want to do it, you want to help your community and better the lives of others. This would have to be one of the best communities around. People care for one another, they look out for each other, and it's a shame we get the negative press because there should be more positive press about this area, and especially about the youth in the area who do amazing things.
Under One Rainbow.
Our motto is, we're all different and that's okay. Community coming together.
You want the noise of the truck? Busy little place, isn't it? My name is Donna Terry and I'm the current president of the Tea Tree Community Association. The tea tree community in itself is very welcoming and friendly and has a mixture of older residents like myself that have been here our entire lives and newer people that are moving in, I think, just because we're close enough to town, but it has that little flavour of rural. Our committee are the custodians of those community facilities, and it's our role to make sure that they are maintained, they're safe, they're available to the community people. We have our open bar, which we promote our local vineyards. We also have pickleball, and we hold Euchre, a card night, which is also twice a month. We are hiring out this wonderful facility to other people for their celebrations, birthday parties, christenings, baby gender reveals, all of those types of things. It's been a lot of hard work with the fundraising and growing, and from the old original hall built in 1912 and it falling down and all of those things to now having a meeting room and new toilets that are inside, and all of the big changes over the year has been very gratifying to see and makes all the hard work that goes on behind the scenes very special. We have to have people that can take over when we're no longer able or here to do so, but they need to know the history and the background behind our little community and how we've grown and flourished over the years. To me, volunteers are extremely important, and for us as a community and our infrastructure, it won't survive without them.
What makes a good community? I think a community is a place where like-minded people are willing to help those in need around them. That's a very strong value. People pitch in and help, particularly with this community association and the magnificent work that's been done at this hall. And we're now embarking on the project to restore the church and get everything up there looking really good and provide another place as well for community.
Last year it was Tea Tree, the community, not the hall, but the community turned 200. We celebrated that 200th birthday. We sent out as many invitations as we could. The gratifying part was that the place was full. There were so many people that came back because their ancestors or their great-grandfather, or they didn't even know what part of Tea Tree they were, but they knew they had started their life in Tea Tree. So they came back to share their stories with us. Many of the older families that had moved out for one reason or another came back and could not believe the state that the hall was in now compared to the little old wooden hall that we all shared, and I can remember when we were only little. So to see the looks on those faces of all those people at that 200th birthday made everything that we do worthwhile.